Happy Egg Day, happy Egg Day, happy Egg Day to you, to you. It is the day of the eggs, the Egg Day. I am the walrus, you are the Eggman. Cuckoo, cachoo, Egg Day to you. I don't know whether everyone celebrates Egg Day. Not everyone does, obviously. And obviously it's Chocolate Egg Day in Britain. And yes, happy Harvey Day. Yes, the personal. Oh yes, good puckers. The puckers are out in force. They're invisible, or are they? Everyone can see their own. Or can they? Or can they? I can see mine. There he is. There. Can you see him? What a pucker he is. Happy pucker to you, and happy Egg Day to you as well. I've got some eggs here. Do you want to see my eggs? What a question! That sounds quite intimate, doesn't it? Anyway, my mother went to an Easter bonnet celebration. They had like lunch, and then they won. My mum won some eggs from sticking some things on a hat. So she was surprised. Most of the people actually just got them from the back. So there was only like 3 people that actually made them, and she came third, so that's quite good going. Anyway, she also won the raffle, and I'm not sure whether these are from the raffle or whatever. Anyway, she won 3, and apparently this is backwards. I don't know how to make it forward. So these I tried. It's mirror imaged. I don't know why. I didn't realise until my dad watched my last one, and he said it's backwards, and I went, oh yeah, because it's the right way round for me, because it's a mirror. Doesn't always, I mean, if you film one in your camera, it's fine, but live, I don't know why they do that. It's like, why do you, what actual purpose does it serve? Anyway, so she said, do you want to choose one? And I was like, all right. Now, I don't really like chocolate that much. I don't mind it. I know that's a bit weird, but it's like, I do like it, but it just doesn't really agree with me. But anyway, I chose this one because it has a unicorn apparently. But then I'm looking at this, that if you're a chocolate fan, maybe not the best, because this one, it's a cream egg, hollow egg with an extra cream egg as well. They used to be inside. When I was a kid, you used to open them up and there was things inside, but apparently health and safety gone mad and all of that sort of stuff. I've got a little ballerina. I don't know whether I've got a little ballerina that I got in a Kinder Egg when I was a child, which actually looking at it, I'm thinking maybe it probably is health and safety that they, sorry, excuse me a minute, I can remember where it is. It's in this magic box of delights. So when I was a kid, they've got little, I know they're banned in America, but they have still now got like little kits, or, no, they used to have kits. I think they've probably got like little Disney figurines and stuff now. But when I was a kid, sometimes you get a kit and sometimes you get a figurine. A metal figurine. So can you imagine, like there was a little plastic thing, and inside the plastic thing was that. So you wouldn't just bite into the chocolate and have this stick in your throat, but it was inside the little capsule inside the Kinder Egg. So I don't know whether you could get that anymore, because I also dug in the garden and found one in the garden, very similar, about the same time. There was a lighter, I'm not sure whether that was the one I found in the garden. I had another one that I definitely got from a Kinder Egg. So either one or the other. I also found a little doll, which is somewhere that, yeah, oh, I know where the doll is too. I found a doll in the garden. This is quite apropos of nothing, but I'm going to show you the extraordinary little doll that I found. I think I found this in the garden. And it says Germany on the back. So can you imagine? It's tiny. Am I a giant, or is this just tiny? So this tiny little doll was in the ground. Or was it? I did find a doll in the ground. This might not be it, but this is representative of it. And I did find a ballerina in the ground. This might not be it, but it is representative. One or the other, who knows? Anyway, that's what you used to get in Kinder Eggs, and I know that you can't get them at all in America, because very much like haggis, you can't have that. And at the moment, American people, sorry, but you probably won't be having very much else of anything else in years to come, which is quite sad. Anyway, if you were here, Milky Ways, I know, it says Milky Way, I know it's backwards. Milky Ways in Britain are actually, like, I think, there's something that they're I want to say Five Guys named Mo bars. They're not called that. There's a certain thing. Milky Ways I know in America are like our Mars bars. And our Snickers used to be marathons, but now they're Snickers. So they're the same, more or less. But the chocolate's better. I believe the chocolate is better in Britain. I might be wrong. I know that Hershey's chocolate's not the best in the world. Although I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, which are made by the Hershey's company. But I'm not sure it's the same chocolate. Anyway, beside the point. These Milky Ways are not the same as American Milky Ways. And also, you don't have big giant eggs in America, do you? You don't have big giant eggs. I will show you this big giant egg. This is a weird... What? That's a very narrow egg. That's not really egg-shaped egg. That's like... Hey? That's a sort of flattened egg. All right, that's weird. That's very weird. Right, so that is a very disappointing looking egg. It's not really an egg-shaped egg. It's a sort of capsule egg. This one, this is a cream egg shape. Now, this is more like the right shape. This is the right shape. So, yes, someone sat on the egg, exactly. It's very strange. A chocolate ostrich egg, yes, exactly. So this is the... and it's chocolate inside, but it's hollow. But you also, with this one, get a little cream egg. There. That looks smaller than they used to. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I feel that they were bigger at one point. Anyway, so you get one tiny little mini egg and a whole egg in that. The Milky Way is a weird. I think if I was getting that one, if I'd have just got this one and I was a child, I'd be like, it's like a balloon. Ooh, I'm going to float away. Ah. Anyway, that's weird. And the Milky Ways are small. But I don't know. There's like a sort of nugget bar, or nougat. So there's 3 of them. So that's quite good value, I think. I don't know how much they are because she won it. So this is, if you look at this, there you go. So can you see? No, they used to be, when I was a kid, they didn't used to be this colour. There's also sort of milk bars. There's a Welsh one. I can't remember what it was. There's a Welsh one that used to be this colour and this texture when I was a kid. But this, actually, when I was a kid, that's not what they looked like. It was darker and it was more like a sort of light version of what's in the Mars bar or what's in your Milky Way. Anyway, so I'm not sure. It's quite nice. Not as I remember them as a child. Anyway, that's not even my Easter egg because this is the one that I chose. I'm eating somebody else's Easter egg. Ha 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 ha. I didn't eat the Easter egg. I just ate some of the Milky Way. I'll just say, no, there was only 2 in there. What are you talking about? Anyway, so I'm feeling like maybe I chose the wrong thing because those have got extras. They've got the egg plus something else. Now this one is unwrapped, so you can see it without wrapping. But this does not have an extra thing in it, but it is very beautiful. Look at that. It's a unicorn. And it's a Thornton's chocolate, so it's better chocolate. So I went for the quality rather than the quantity with this one. Oh, look at that. It is a work of art. So that's very nice. It's too nice to eat, really. Put it back and keep it forever. That would be weird. So I'm not sure why it's not wrapped because there's not like you'd think that there'd be like a little thing so you can look through it. I mean, this, you can see through it what the egg looks like. An aperture. But maybe they were trying to save the planet by not putting a little plastic window in that one. But that is pretty much what you get. It's pretty much the same size. So that's not bad because you go, that's what I want. That's what I got. Good. That's definitely not false advertising for that. Anyway, so I'll put back in there. So that's eggs for you. Whoa! And also I've showed you these eggs. These are made up eggs. These aren't really eggs. Look, it's a jadey type egg, and it's a rock that looks a bit like an egg, and a wooden egg that looks a little, actually, it's flat, so that looks like the Milky Way egg. And then this egg, is this a real egg? No, it's made of clay. For some reason, when I used to make jewelry, and for some reason I made an egg. I probably was going to carve in it and bejewel it. I can't remember now because it's a long time ago, but I didn't. It's just there. So Jade egg, yes. Gwyneth Paltrow, exactly. It's not that sort of jade egg. It's too big for that. I think if you could fit that with the jade, bit too big. I think, I don't know, maybe comparisons differ. Other people, whatever people like, whatever floats your boat. But I think it's a bit too big for that. I think it's more just a sort of decorative object. This actually belonged to my gran, so now I'm thinking, if that is what it was, ew, because my gran had this in her house. Nowhere else, as far as I know. It was in like a fruit bowl or something. What a euphemism is that? It's that what, plastics. Ooh, bag flavor, brown paper bags. Brown paper bags, yes, brown paper bags tied up with string. These are a few of the things that are not my favourite things, but you get them anyway. So yes, plastic bags, you can still get them in Britain, but you have to pay an extraordinary amount of money for them. And all the delivery services where you get food delivered, they don't give you any bags at all. You just have to collect your shopping and sort of drag it into the house. So what I do is get a washing basket and various bags and stick it in that and just drag it in. But it's ridiculous. There is Ocado. They put theirs in bags and they charge you for the bags, but then they give you the money back. It's a sort of recycling sort of return service. So you get like 10p a bag, but then they charge you 10p a bag, but then you get the money back from that. So that's quite good. So yes, exactly. Bags can be like £1 for just a tiny plastic bag, and they're very bad quality. So I have bags for life and things like that. Which Hessian bags, that's what I like. Hessian bags, I collect them everywhere. I have for years. I had a few with things on them like Spotlight or Equity or other things like that. And I had them in 2013 also. They were free. A lot of them with Spotlight on them because they were free, and I wore them around and I kept things in them and I didn't really think about what was on them. But somebody that did a show with me thought I was being pretentious and told everybody that I was wearing a bag that said Spotlight on it, like I was something special. Everywhere with Spotlight on it because I was someone special, but actually it was because I'm cheap, because they were free and I don't have to buy them, and that's the only reason. So everybody has got something to say about the things that other people do, but actually whatever people do is something, it's just to you, and what I do is what I do, and what you do is what you do, and I don't know why you have to say something about other people when you don't know other people. So anyway, still a sore subject. I have free bags because they were free. I use the free bags and then I get, oh, look at that, carrying them around as if you're some big shot. Oh, as if you're some famous person that's in Spotlight Actors Directory. Ooh, get you. I am in the Spotlight Actors Directory, which at that time was actually a physical thing that you had to pay exactly the same as, well, it's more money now, but you used to pay to be in this directory, and you had a picture and your agent, which I was self-represented, so that was a bit of a sort of pointless thing. And you also apparently got access. If you got an agent, you got access to all the castings. If you don't have an agent, they don't really give you as many castings, but you pay the same amount of money. It's a massive scam. I'm still on it, but there is a sort of a movement to go, why is this scam still a scam? You're not paying for the book anymore. You've got the physical book. The physical book doesn't exist. They did away with that. So it's just a picture on a website and a service that doesn't exist unless you've got an agent anyway. And they're supposed to do a job to get you jobs. So if the whole point of it is to get you jobs, and the only reason you can get jobs through it is because you've got an agent anyway, then what's the point of it? And you're paying quite a lot of money. And the people that put the jobs up aren't paying any money at all. You're paying all the money for them. What a massive scam. So I think the least I can do is get some free bags out of it. And I did. So I might be advertising Spotlight, but I wasn't even thinking about it. There was stuff, I was keeping things around, because you have to have a load of flyers if you're in Edinburgh, where I was. So I kept my flyers in my bag, blah, blah, blah. Here's a flyer, come to my show. And that's pretentious, is it? Me flyering for my own show with a rubbish old bag that anyway, resentment. Yes, I should say resentment. People have all sorts of, it's like, oh, this person's doing this thing because of this thing. It's like, don't ascribe motivation unless you know for sure that is somebody's motivation. Actors. Anyway, I'm still on Spotlight, even though it is a massive scam. And I never get any, because they send you like listings. It's like, hey, sometimes at one point I pretended that we were in an agency, because if there are 5 or 6 of you get together, then you can be an agency. We're cooperative. So we went through it, and we had a so the whole point was like, the 6 of us will get the listings, we'll get more listings, not all of the listings, because only the big agents, even though you're paying the same amount of money, only the big agents get the really big listings. But for a very short period of time, the 6 of us had listings like Game of Thrones. So I applied to be in Game of Thrones. I actually saw that listing for a tiny short while. And I thought, oh, this is good. But then it was like, this all fell apart, because the whole point was like, the 6 of us can see these listings and we can be an agency. And we're not the big deal agency, but we're an agency. So we get to do a little bit more as an agency. But unfortunately, everybody else was like, why are you not getting me jobs? To me, it's like, are you paying me a commission to get these jobs? I don't think so. The whole point was so that you can see the jobs and apply for the jobs under the umbrella of the agency. But everyone was like, no, you'll have to find the jobs for us. It was like, that's not the deal. The deal is that you do your own work, but you see the jobs. Anyway, complications ensued. And so I was like, well, you do your own thing now then. But unfortunately, cutting off my nose to spite my face, as it were, now I do not see the jobs either. So I cannot apply for things like Game of Thrones anymore, even though I would be amazing in Game of Thrones, even though it doesn't exist anymore. House of Dragon. Can you imagine me? Daenerys! The ancestor of the Daenerys, with a blonde wig on my head. I'm a dragon person. Look, I've got all the dragon eggs. I definitely can be in Game of Thrones. I've got all the props. I've got all the props. I've got one that's even got a unicorn on it. It's not a dragon, it's a unicorn. It's even better. A unicorn egg. Can you imagine? I am the House of the Unicorns. I'm the House of the Unicorn Eggs. That's who I am. And you don't know that unicorns don't come from eggs, because unicorns are mythological creatures. They might come from... Yeah, I could be a fantastic boss of Melisandre. I can be the red woman. I can be a red woman. I can be a green woman. I can be a purple man even. I can be anything in between if you want me to be. I'll be all of those things. I'll be a dragon person thing, unicorn person thing. Creature of the night. A golemy creature. My precious. Precious. My precious eggs. I can do anything you want me to do, because I am versatile. But I am not represented at the moment. So it's like, because I probably could get an agent if I could be bothered. But at the moment, I'm quite way away from everywhere. So when I did have an agent way back, I was where I am now. And the agent was I was going to say in America. They weren't in America. They were in London. So they'd be like, hey, go see this. Go up for this job, and I'd be all right. I'll go to London then, and it would take. I couldn't get to London from here easily, so it was like, oh well, you're absolutely useless then. So I'd have to be where the jobs are. Of course, when I was where the jobs were, I had other jobs. Like when I was where the jobs are, I was doing other things that were getting in the way of the jobs. Oh, it's the way of the world. And when you go to where the jobs are suddenly somewhere else. And I think this is the case in Hollywood at the moment, because everyone goes to Hollywood and the jobs are not in Hollywood. Everyone goes to Hollywood, but it's in Bulgaria that they need to be. But if you were in Bulgaria, they would not employ you because you are not in Hollywood, and they want you to be in Hollywood, even though the job is not in Hollywood anymore. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Everybody is going somewhere else than where they are. So if, for instance, they were shooting, and they have shot things in the area that I am, but I know from other people's experience and my own, if they film something where you are, you go, I am local to this area, can I be in your thing? No, we are casting it in London or somewhere at Hollywood, and we're bringing them to you. It's like, but I am here. I am native to this land. Can I be in it? No, you can't, because you are not where the thrust of the stuff is. So they do not cast local actors for local things. So that's a bit odd. Anyway, that is, but I've got my eggs to keep me yum. Eggs, eating all the eggs, eating all the stone eggs and the chocolate eggs and the wooden eggs. Yum. So, oops, I'm throwing them on the floor. Ha, they're going everywhere. So, why? So I could do all that stuff. And also, you should be able to work from home as an actor these days. Just phone it in. I mean, there's this thing where you there's an awful lot of things where you have to videotape your own casting. So it's so you film your casting on your phone or whatever, and then you give it to the people, and then they cast you based on your self-tape. So you do your self-tape. And it's they expect you to do all the lighting and all the stuff, all the complicated stuff that the people used to get paid for. So all the lighting people are out of business, and all the camera people are out of business, and all the people that used to set themselves up as I can help you do photos and lighting and stuff like that. It's like, well, they're all redundant because you can do it at home, and it's awful. But you have to be an expert in all of it, and edit it and make it all good, and make it and do the sides. The sides is the lines, and then you have to make sure that you and it's all good, and then you send it off, and the people casting don't have to rent a room. I've done castings where people come to me. I did a casting for a student film even, and they came all the way from down where they were, which was Stoke-on-Trent, to London, and they actually had, I don't think they did it for me, but they actually had the casting in the building next to the building where I was working as a journalist. So I just went, all right, and I left at lunchtime, and I went to the next building, and there was a room, and I did my stuff, and they filmed it, and they went back, and they went, exactly right. So, I mean, I did actually send them a tape, but it wasn't a tape of me doing their thing. And that was actually what terms and conditions apply, which wasn't called that originally, but that's what it's called now, with James Fisher, whose birthday I believe it is today. James Fisher, who is in quite a lot of things. If you look him up, James Fisher, he's in all sorts of things. He's in all sorts of things. He's definitely in things. I know that he said that he was in something that I was like, wow, that's very impressive. Wow, that's very impressive. He's definitely in something that was big. Is it Charlie and the Chocolate? No. Look him up. He's in something. He's definitely in something. Anyway, he was my co-star in that. So that was fun because it was very low paid. I would say almost nothing. But we got breakfast and to stay in a bed and breakfast in Stoke-on-Trent, in the same room. Like I had a bed on the one wall, and he had a bed on the other wall, and the bathroom was sort of in the actual room, if you can believe it. It was sort of on a there was a wall, but it was sort of a wall separating the bathroom from the rest of the. It was all in the same room. It's a bit weird. We're like, oh, well, they're students. And then I was like, hey, can you get me some gluten-free food at least? Seeing as we're doing this for you. And so they misunderstood. And so they went on a food run, and they got a load of pizza. not gluten-free pizza, just pizza. And I was like, I haven't got anything to eat. And they're like, here's a packet of crisps. And they threw me a packet of crisps. Oh, the glamour of films. Are you? I need your kind of energy. Oh, I've got lots of energy, me. Lots of energy, me. So yes, that's fun. The glamour and the glitz of show business. And all I got out for it was a rubbish Hessian bag. This was quite a meander I did. Quite a segue from what I was talking about. Bags for shopping. And went down that route. And now I'm back again. Back from the bags. Back from the shopping. Back I've got with my eggs and in the little Hessian bag. So that, my friends, is why show business is not what it's all cracked up to be. Between egg joke. And I worry about doing a show. A whole show where I don't know what I'm doing. As if it's anything different to anything else I've ever done. Anyway, come see. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. 99p for me. 99 cents for me. Don't know what the exchange rate is. Maybe inflation will get to it and it will be worth £1 billion by tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. And it all adds up. Thank you very much. All good. All part of life's grist. Life's grist. Life's mill grist. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyway, to EastEnders recently, Beetlejuice! You are correct! He's like, I was like, that is it! Beetlejuice. You are absolutely right. That was it. I was like, what was it? Beetlejuice! Oh my gosh, Beetlejuice has appeared. I've said it too many times. $2. Yay! That's because I said Beetlejuice, too many Beetlejuice. If you say it enough, then he goes away again. Here he is, there he is, now he's gone again. Beetlejuice, that is what you said. My friend Beetlejuice, where are you? Is James Fisher going to appear? There he is, la 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 la. Watched it was a disappointment. Well, it might have been a disappointment, but my friend and yours, James Fisher was in it. Hooray! So that was good, James Fisher, and that was fun. What a nice man he is. Anyway, so that was good. What a gentleman he is. And yes, lovely person. And he wasn't the one that insisted on not getting me food. It wasn't up to him. The students were very nice. Lauren, I think her name was. Very good director. She's not the one from South America that never sent me my footage. She sent me the footage. So good on her. She is one of the good ones. And I don't know what became of her. But maybe something special. Maybe she's big in Hollywood too. I don't know. I don't keep up with things. I should look it up anyway. If she is, can I be cast in something really, really good? If you're doing a Game of Thrones or something, can I be in that? I did a good job in your thing. And all I got out of it was some crisps and some breakfast. And the showreel, obviously. Showreel material, which is no good unless you get the actual things. The jobs from the showreel material. Hey, here's my showreel material. Can I be in a thing? No. All right. Well, at least I got my showreel material to show for it. Show! That's the advice that people give when you're starting out. Be in lots of stuff. You don't get paid very much, if anything, but you get a bit of breakfast and a pack of crisps and showreel material so you can be in things. So you've proven that you can be in things. It's like, I've proven I can be in things. Can I be in things that you give me lots of money for now? No! Ha ha! Too many people doing it as well. Well, never mind. Famous in my own head. So famous that I don't need to be in anybody else's things. I can be in my own thing. I am my own special creation. Exactly. Anyway, that is me for this week. Happy Eggy Day. Eggy Day. If you don't celebrate Eggy Day, it's not my fault. It's a secular. It's very much a secular celebration. I know that there is some sort of religious thing surrounding it, but it's not. And happy that if you do that. And I know there's other religious things happening at the time that aren't to do with Eggy Day. But Eggy Day, if you like eggs or not, you don't have to eat the eggs. You can have one made of clay. Everything's made of clay, according to the thing. I don't know. We are all made of stone, and we all return to stone in the end, don't we? So, bye. See you in a fort. Oh, in a fort? Yes. See you in a fortnight. What's next week? Anyway, see you soon. I might have a happy that as well. Yes. Take care, everyone, and all of you, and to all of you. Good night, and farewell to you, and happy.